Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. It's Friday Confab. Isn't that awesome? And more awesome than that is today is Good Friday, by the way. So I'm very thankful for what Christ did for us. And I don't want to continue without acknowledging that. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, Lord. Now, you got your coffee, got your tea, got your Coca-Cola, your Dr. Pepper. Although, maybe we should dispense with Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. I don't know. And some people say you should dispense with coffee and tea. I don't know. We probably should just drink water, I suppose. That would be, although, depending on the source of the water, that could be an issue. I have to throw this in here. When I worked construction, admin, secretarial in construction, on the job site, we used to have the water, the large containers of water brought in because we had a water fountain or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so they used to bring those in and they'd have, bring in quite a few and we'd have them set up in the construction trailer. And then when the one ran out on the dispenser, we would, put another one up, which was usually me, because they're very heavy. And, and one day I looked and these came from a city that was way south of us. And, I hang on because Mama is up here and I got to do something about that. I wasn't kidding. She's very nosy. Are you very nosy? Are you, Mama? I was talking about Mama Kitty, not talking about, Mama. Oh, I love you. Yes, I do. But you got to go away. Go bye-bye. Go on. Go. Go. Thank you. Oh dear. Okay. So anyway, it was about, 50, 60 miles away. And from a water dispenser company that did that kind of thing to offices and, businesses and places like ours. So I looked on the label one day and it was kind of obscure. And it said, this water source is derived from the city's name, municipal water source. So the water, they were filling up these water dispensaries with water from their municipal water supply. It wasn't like spring water or, any special water that would be good for you. No, it was just from that. And I thought, that's interesting. So we were drinking their city water, which was probably not as good as the water that would have come locally. I don't know. But I guess if you're going to buy water, you should find out where the water comes from. Just because it has springs or some refreshing label on it, that may not come from there. So it's just a thought. Okay. I hope everybody is doing great. I am doing really, really great. I really am. I'm feeling good. I'm doing great. And come on, get those attaboys ready because I'm 1.5 pounds away from reaching my 10-pound loss goal to get rid of that 10 pounds I gained over this past winter, fall and winter. So 1.5 pounds away. It's an exciting day. It's a great day. Actually, that showed up yesterday and it was like, and then I weighed myself this morning everything is copacetic there, which is so awesome. It's beautiful. Okay, so I've got my black coffee, by the way. Now, I had this question. Oh, before I do that, do you want to see me, all of me? And because most of the time you see me from here up, and I had some questions about the way I'm eating, and I apologize to the individual who asked me this question. I didn't screenshot it and I couldn't find it again. But I do want to acknowledge that you're out there and the things that you asked me, and I responded to her. She wanted to know if I had any advice. I don't give advice, because it would be no. But I don't feel secure in giving advice. All I can do is live my life and live the way I feel is best for me. And if you find something in that helps you as far as your way of living, your health, your spiritually, however it is that you can relate, that's great. Otherwise, I don't give advice. It's just like, I don't give advice. I don't advertise things. I just trying to live the best that I can. And that's all any of us can do, really. So anyway, I apologize because I cannot give her credit where credit is due, and I like to do that, but I really apologize about that. So first of all, let me show you me, and that's all subjective, but I'm feeling really, really great, and I'll go into that in a minute. And I wouldn't necessarily touch on this so much, except that she did ask me, and I thought, other people were wanting to know too, so I thought, well, I'll show you, because I am old. All right, hang on, I'll show you. Okay, it's still me. All right, let's see. I'll come back here. Okay, this is me wearing my polo shirt, because I'm a polo girl. I like polo shirts. Always have, always will. And this is me. This is me. I'm not doing that just for you guys, because you know what? Anybody who knows me well and for years and years know that I am likely to break out in dance and song at any moment. Because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. So anyway, this is me, because what she said, you are obviously not overweight. So, what was the reasoning behind my restricting carbohydrates? And I said, well, I am overweight. And that 10 pounds that I'm trying to take off, it's like a bridge too far. I can't get comfortable in that. So I know if I take off that 10, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel more comfortable. So that's the reasoning behind that. Now, restricting carbohydrates will automatically reduce weight, because you're reducing inflammation. So that's automatically going to take care of that. I'm not, I used to diet and do all kinds of things. I tried, oh my gosh, so many diets, because even when I was a young mother, I just thought I was fat, and I just had this perception of myself that I was fat. I look back at pictures of myself, and that makes me feel sad for that young Robin. I feel sad for her, because I wasn't fat. I wasn't ugly. I was, and I look at that woman, that young woman, and I feel sad for her. And I think if I could go back there, I would tell her, you're a beautiful person. You are great exactly the way you are. And looking back, I was so busy all the time. I had 4 little children. There was 6 years between the oldest and the youngest. I had so much to do, so much work, and then sometimes working part-time as well. And I don't even know how I did it. Back in those days, if I stopped to think about it, I probably would have gone into a catatonic state and I would never have come out. I would have been crippled with, paralyzed with fear and inertia. But I had to keep going, and keep things pulled together. And their dad worked swing shift too. That's like super stressful. Plus, my kids were in school activities, Girl Scouts, band, all this stuff. So it was like, I just had to keep going. I had to keep going. You know, I had to be a good mom. I had to be a good wife. I had to be a good daughter-in-law. I had to be a good daughter. I had to be a good volunteer at school. And I had to do everything. And I had to be nice to old people. So, but that was late 60s, 70s, 80s. I was like, oh gosh, okay, enough of that. Anyway, this lovely person did ask me the other reasoning behind it, because she did not perceive me as being overweight. So now you can see I need to I could take off 10 more pounds and that would be fine with me, because there's a certain weight in which I feel totally comfortable. Now, the primary reason why I'm restricting carbohydrates is because of inflammation, because of pain, because of, especially after having long haulers, and which was horrendous. I couldn't even lift my arms above my head. I couldn't. It took me 45 minutes to get dressed because I could not. I was losing the mobility in my arms, my shoulders, and the pain was agonizing. And I had hives. From the waist down, I had hives all over. I had brain fog. I had fatigue, such fatigue. I would hit and be done. I couldn't take another step. It was bad. It was really bad. And I thought, is this how my life is going to end? And that was back in 2020. So it's been a long road back. And back and trying to come back better, because I realized that metabolically in my immune system, I was just messed up. I was messed up. And I've tried a lot of diets over the years. I swear to you, this was a diet I was on when my kids were young. Oh my gosh. I had almost forgotten about this. I saw it in those days, I saw it in the Ladies' Home Journal. We didn't have internet. We couldn't Google anything. I had to go to the library or whatever. You had a magazine subscription. So in the Ladies' Home Journal, there was a diet. It was called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Diet. I swear. Now, I've done a search on that on the World Wide Webs. I can't find anything about that. There's a lot on there about the Royal Canadian Mounties, but not that. And I thought, I know I didn't imagine it because I saw it in the magazine and I was doing it. Now, this is what it consisted of. This is how crazy you get about stuff. This diet was literally, you eat 5 times a day, 100 calories each time, and exercise. That's it. And that's what I did. Did I lose weight? Yeah, because I was starving. Oh, and I took walks. That was the existence of my exercise, plus some floor exercises, etc. Jack LaLanne was big back then. May he rest in peace. And so I was like, because I'm fat. I look back at pictures. There's not, honest to God, there's not a whole lot of pictures of me because I was usually the one taking the pictures. But it's like, What was I even thinking that I was fat? What the heck is wrong with me? Well, it happens to us, doesn't it? What are they, body dysphoria or whatever they call it? I don't know, but that's how I saw myself. I think I didn't have a good self-worth. I didn't have a good opinion of myself. I'm sure that's what it was. But anyway, that's just some of the ridiculousness, the things that we do, right? And so, oh my gosh, and I lost weight because I was starving. I was hungry. So, but I did that. It's one of a myriad of things that I did to try to lose weight. So for this, the restricted carbs are not to lose weight, although I know that would happen naturally. And I know this 10 pounds need to come off. I feel better. And so the primary reason for it, for any of you who want to know, and some of you have asked, is to feel better physically and get rid of the inflammation that's in my body. Now, and every now and again, I feel that long haulers, all those symptoms, that inflammation will come back on me. And I know it instantly when I feel it. I know what it is. So I have used, and I mentioned this before, I'm using, not advertised, but I'm using the End Your Carb Confusion book by Dr. Westman. And it really is terrific, and it always gives me something to reference when I need to know, because I'm doing the low carb, 20 grams of carbs or less per day. That eliminates a lot of carbohydrates, right? So that confines me mostly to vegetables, and he's got a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 in here. But phase 1 is what I like to do, and that's total carbs, not net carbs. Because some people, they do the low carb, they subtract the fiber from the total carbohydrates, and then that's what they count. I don't, and Dr. Westman doesn't recommend that. He is a great person, by the way, and if you want to check him out, he's on. It's Dr. Eric Westman. MD, Adapt Your Life. That's what it's called. It's a YouTube channel. He has really good information on there. And he's been at this helping people with chronic illness for probably about 25 years now. He's at Duke University. I did want to read you this paragraph from his introduction in his book because I think it's relevant, because he has this clinic at Duke University. And this is just a paragraph from his introduction to this book. And he said, every day in my clinic, I see patients who are struggling. I talk with people whose quality of life is being shortchanged by excess weight, diabetes, heart disease, joint pain, infertility, fatigue, severe acid reflux, and a long list of other issues that plague so many adults these days, maybe even you. Some of these people grew up eating whatever they liked and carried those same habits into adulthood. They never paid much attention to the kinds of foods they ate. And now that they are older, things they got away with, things they got away with as kids are catching up to them. Others have spent years, sometimes decades, following advice they thought would result in optimal health and help them get to a weight they were happy with, only to end up feeling the 3 Ds: disappointed, disheartened, and discouraged, and often heavier and sicker than when they started. I think that is what he said there is so much truth in that. It is very true. And also, there's so much like food pyramid and things like that. There's so many things that we have been told that we must do, and by the medical community, we must do. And you know what? Because that's what they were told. So they're just passing it on. And it's not been the right thing. It's not been the right thing. Now, So this is what I'm doing, and it's just because I was asked about it. And this is just for me. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a sciencey person. I just know what seems to be working for me and what makes me feel so much better. And that is keeping my carbohydrate intake to 20 grams or less. And that eliminates a lot of food. So what I do, and I have done this for a long time, I write down what I eat. I hang this on the fridge. I just write down what I eat every day. And some of you know I've been an intermittent faster for quite a while. So 2 meals a day. And when I was eating 2 meals a day and eating whatever I wanted for those 2 meals, or had an eating window, they call it an eating window, I struggled sometimes. I struggled with hunger. I struggled with snacking. I struggled with all those things. Keeping my carbs to 20 grams or less, I don't struggle with those things anymore. And especially after I've been doing this since March the 14th. So I've been doing it. Today is the 18th of April. And so a little over a month. And I've adapted extremely well. And so I'm still doing my 2 meals a day. I'm fasting probably for 18, 19, 20 hours sometimes. It depends on how busy I am between my last meal and my next one the next day. I find that I am not struggling. I don't have a desire to snack at night, which that was kind of a thing for me. Gotta have that little cookie with my coffee after my supper. And it's like, whatever. I don't have that anymore. And it's even snacking during the day in between first meal and second. I don't have that either. And I realized a week or so ago that's gone. That's gone for me, and that's a really huge relief. So what I do, I just write down what I eat. Now I haven't eaten yet today, and that's fine. But I just write down everything. And if I happen to eat 3 times that day, I write that down too. Or when I first started, if I had a little snack in between, I would write that down. So I just write down everything I eat. I don't get too technical about it. I just write it down. Like, okay, yesterday as an example, this is just what I ate yesterday. And I always save my carbohydrate intake for my second meal, and my first meal I've started making that a carnivore meal. So this is an example. Yesterday I had 2 eggs. They were cooked in butter, soft eggs, because they're good. I had some bacon. I had 2 small slices of the aged white cheddar cheese, and I ate a foil pack of tuna, plain tuna, not tuna creations, nothing like that, just plain old tuna. I ate a tuna pack. That kind of sounds like a weird combination, but it was good. It was very satisfying. And then for my second meal, which I ate my first meal about 10:30, 11 o'clock, I guess it was. And then my second meal was cauli rice made with ground turkey, and it was like a taco bowl. And I had, okay, now don't get on to me. I had chicken crisps. I call them chicken crisps because that family pack of chicken thighs I bought, I removed all the skin from the chicken thighs, cooked them up in the Ninja on a pressure cook, and then I took the chicken skins and I crisped them up in the kettle, and didn't add any fat or anything because they're just fat, right? I cooked them up until they were really crispy, like chip consistency. And then I poured off the chicken fat, and I've saved that because I can cook with that delicious chicken fat. And I ate a couple of the chicken crisps and then put them in the fridge in a covered container, and then take them out and put them with a meal, eat them with a meal. Not like a snack, but just eat them with a meal and some salt on them. Okay, they're awesome. So do with that what you will. Anyway, so I had the cauli rice and the ground turkey. It was a taco bowl. It was really good. And I had some chicken crisps on the side, just a couple. They were tasty. That was what I ate all day. And that taco bowl, I had put some red peppers in there. I did put some jalapenos because I like it spicy. And I put some green onion in there because I have a good amount of green onion. So I put some of that in there. And a little garlic powder, stuff like that. And taco, I didn't have like packaged taco seasoning. I just put in taco or cumin, some chili powder, some paprika, and stuff like that. I sprinkle a bit of that in there, give it that taco taste. It was good. And I have enough left for another meal. So that was tasty. So I have found that if I eat the carbohydrate, if I eat the carnivore meal and my first meal, I don't get hungry at all. And even eating my second meal, it's usually a pretty light meal because I just don't get hungry. So, but I always make sure I get my protein in there. And I was surprised that a little square of that cheddar cheese, 1 ounce of that aged cheddar cheese has 6 grams of protein. It was kind of crazy like that. So anyway, that's what I do. Write it down, and I weigh myself every day, and then I write it on my calendar. Now that sounds a little bit crazy, and I know that all of the rules, say you shouldn't weigh yourself every day, but I do, and this is the reason I do. It's because I noticed something a couple of years ago when I was trying to do keto, and then I was trying to do carnivore and all that, and so I was writing down what I ate, and I was weighing myself, and this is what I noticed, and it still holds true. Depending on what you ever get on the scale and you can weigh yourself one day and then you get on like a couple of days later and you're up like 2 or 3 pounds and it's like, what the heck? And oh, I've been so good, and you've done what's right. And so it's like, it's frustrating, right? But that's water weight. And why is it water weight? Because it's inflammation. And anytime you're inflamed in areas of your body, it creates a water weight. That's a natural byproduct of that. Water, feverish, the place gets hot, and maybe red. And that's water weight is inflammation. And I began to decipher that out for myself. And I said, okay. So when I'm writing down what I eat, and this is just an example, okay? On the 3rd of April, I weighed, I'm going to tell you this, I weighed 163.6 pounds because I have my digital scale. And I always hop on the scale, hop off, hop back on. I might do that 3 times because I want to make sure that, it's good and it's the same. So Friday, April 4th, I got on there and I weighed 165 pounds. I went, what? Really? And then, of course, I remembered that's inflammation. So I went back to check and see what I ate. And I ate some stuff that probably wasn't great. And, or I ate, not necessarily that wasn't restricted carbs, but I ate some greens that maybe didn't agree with me very well. And the night before I had some gas pains and I felt kind of bloated and, felt a little yucky. As Laura Petrie on Dick Van Dyke Show used to say, general yuckiness. I had general yuckiness. And so I realized, okay, that's what that is. So I checked to see what I ate, and I thought, okay, I probably should avoid that, or maybe not have, maybe not have that combination of things. Maybe that was an issue for me. So I'm kind of checking back here to see. So I thought, okay, I'll keep that in mind and try not to repeat that combination, because it created gastric problems for me. Thus, I weighed almost 2 pounds more. So the next day on the 5th, I get on there and it shows I weighed 164 pounds. And then I stayed that way for a while, and consistently every day. And then on the 9th, I forgot to weigh myself. And on the 10th, I weighed myself, and I was at 163.0, which was lower than I started in on the 3rd. So because I was able to monitor myself, and that's what this does. It gives you, for me, it gives me a guide, and I can do this, and it's easy to do. This is just papers torn out of it, some extra papers torn out of an old book. I have a magnet on the fridge, and I just stick that on the magnet. And then I keep this on my desk, and I can use my calendar and not only write down important appointments, I can also write down my weight every single day. Now, if sometimes I use a green pen and sometimes I use a red pen, because like when it goes up, I put it in red. It's like, so I don't panic anymore about that. I don't feel bad about that anymore, because I know all I have to do is go back to that corresponding the day before, maybe 2 days before, figure and look at that and say, oh, okay, I ate that, and that. Maybe that's not a very good combination for me. Maybe I need to moderate that a little bit, okay? And it's been working out really great. Instead of, it's not a compulsive thing. It is a way for me to keep an eye on what's going on with me, and because I know when that weight goes up like that overnight, that's inflammation. And I can also correlate that to the fact that I start hurting in different places in my body, or I'm experiencing some fatigue or a little bit of brain fog, and that helps me to know where I'm at. So it's helpful to me, not detrimental to me. And I don't get too technical about it. I just write it down, keep it on the fridge. It's good. It's good enough. Now, hopefully real quickly, because we're over 30 minutes now, but I want to tell you, oh, and don't forget to put in the comments what you think. Have you experienced anything like this? Would this be helpful to you? It may be. I don't know. But I do want to tell you this. Since I've been doing this for over a month, and because I am keeping track, I'm monitoring it this way, these are the improvements I have experienced. I've lost almost all the weight I intended to lose in the beginning, which was 10 pounds. I don't have any pain in my body except this trigger thumb, which I'm hoping maybe that will get better, because that irritates me to no end. And sometimes there's some pain that comes up there like that. But the pain in my elbow is gone, which is awesome. My left foot, for quite a while, my left foot was bigger than my right foot and was swollen. I even sent a picture to my daughter and I said, does my left foot look bigger than my right foot? She says, yes. So that's normal size now. It looks the same as my other foot, and there's no irritation or pain there. or in my ankle, on the left ankle. My left knee is great. I don't have any pain in there, and I'm able to go up and down the steps with ease and without always trying to protect myself. And also because I've been doing my stretching exercises, I do the stretching. I've been doing my 5-pound weights and every other day, so I can get down on the floor, get on my yoga mat, and get on my knees. And I'm even working on doing some planks. I can do that with ease without my knees hurting, which is really awesome. Also, since the long haulers, I have had an issue with cold hands and to where they hurt. That is absolutely improved till it's really pretty much non-existent, unless I am actually cold. And also, I've had tinnitus for years, which it's really sucks when you have that. And it's been remediated off and on with chiropractic treatments, which are awesome, but it wants to come back. And so that has been dissipated so much, I can't even tell you. My ringing in my ears would consist of, this side would be ding, 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 and this side, and it's like, I blamed it, maybe I was abducted by aliens or something. I don't know. You never know. And it sometimes it would be so loud, especially when I'm trying to sleep at night, it would be very, very bad. And prior to menopause, I had migraines all the time. When I went through menopause, it would be rare for me to have a headache nowadays. So make of that what you will. But anyway, so the tinnitus is just greatly, greatly relieved. I can't even tell you. And it is such a huge relief. I feel very good. As I speak to you, I have no aches and pains. I have no fatigue. I used to, in the middle of the day, I think, oh my gosh, I can't go anymore. And it would be, like 1 o'clock, and I would have to tip back in my recliner and take a little nippy nap because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't go. I hit the wall. I can't go another step. And I would do that, and I haven't done that now for probably a week or two. As a matter of fact, the other day I was thinking, wow, that's crazy. No nap. Wow. And I was never prior to that a nap kind of person, but it was because I was tired. And the brain fog lifted. And actually my sleep has gotten better. It's getting increasingly better. I always have a hard time getting to sleep. And because I would go to bed and I would just have aches and pains and I would feel bad and I couldn't settle and my brain was, and so that's actually gotten better. I'm falling asleep faster and staying asleep for a longer period of time, which is good, so good. So that helps me too. So honestly, that's it for me today. I'm sure that I have bored you long enough. And but maybe not. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this. Now, I'm just speaking personally for me. I can't give advice on anything. Going back to the original comment, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you this is what has worked for me. And you know what? It's like, Robin, don't be dumb. You know what will make you feel better. You know what is better for you. And so I haven't had any sugar. I don't do sugar. I haven't done bread. I haven't done pasta. I've had no grains, no rice, and basically no toast. Basically all the things I love, or all the things I thought I loved. So did I really love them, or was it a combination of being addicted to them and by their nature, and also just wanting to feel good about making all of these things, cooking all of these things, you know. Comfort foods, comfort. And even toast is comfort food for me. So I'm thinking that's what it was. But do I want that, or do I want to be, do I want to feel good? Do I want to go into however much longer I'm going to be on this earth, because I'm going to be 75 in June? Do I want to have fluidity? Do I want to have mobility? I get up off the couch like at night. I don't watch TV all day. I watch TV at night. And so I'm sitting there on the couch with my little dog, and it's like, oh, I need a drink of water or whatever. And I jump up, and it's like I'm halfway to the kitchen before I realize, wow, you're awesome. And no pain, no protecting myself. Just jump up, go in the kitchen, do whatever. Life is good. And so I hope this encourages you. I hope this helps you. I hope you begin to think about how do you want to live? How do you want to be? And remember, once you know, you can't unknow. Once I knew, I can't unknow. I just can't. And so I hope this helps you. Okay? All right. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. And I hope you all have a wonderful Resurrection Sunday coming up. And remember what our Lord did for us. Okay? All right. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.